keeping with the times to bring you the Daily Bugle live stream, a webcast hosted by me, J. Jonah Jameson. Don't be fooled by the term webcast. I've not gone pro Spider-Man. Web as in interweb or something. Enough technobabble. Prepare to be...
We're going to land as close to that facility as we can.
What ails this place? Doth everything not look peaceful and calm to thee?
We'll see when we get a bit closer. The Winter Guard were unable to get this far.
Sure is beautiful.
Reporting for duty.
Hello, Cyan. Oh, okay. I just figured I'd do this. I don't know.
Good work. Now let's try and find a way
Currently,
inside.
I'm at 26% on the game, so I'm going to attempt to get to 100. I don't know. I want to get the studs times 2 so I can get studs faster. Level, so that's cool.
Hey, give me a hand, will ya? Boy, I could use a superhero right now. Get me out of here!
Need YouTube is changing once again, and in a nutshell, they're screwing over the toy community, which is an asshole move. That sucks.
Hey, give me a hand, will ya? How do I get myself in these crazy situations?
Huh? One of those things again? Not exactly my specialty.
Boy, I could use a superhero right now. Hey, thanks, guys. How dare these supervillains meddle with the most loquacious man in comics? Excelsior!
For the sake of Asgard, I must not waver.
In case you didn't know how I found out about it, it was revealed by a YouTuber known as LPS Honey, who is the Littlest Pet Shop tuber that I subscribed lately. Subscribed to lately. Oh, okay.
Let Drax the Destroyer show how this is done.
Hey, Red. How's things been going with you? I was playing this, I'm replaying some of the older levels of this. to get this at 100%. I don't know. Maybe I'd replay some of the older levels. I don't know about doing the hub world just yet. Last time I did the hub world, it was all complicated. Okay, so let me see. I'm good. Just finished recording a video. How are you? I'm doing all right. So what happened to the toy channels? I don't know. That was something. Hello, Underworldren. That was something Cyan Star was bringing up. She could probably explain it better. I don't really follow many toy channels. They're still on YouTube. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. I guess algorithm, is getting screwed up for them. So I guess I should find something to talk about. I've been kind of quiet so far. The Nintendo Direct was yesterday. Yeah, that's what I thought. Not much, was really announced. They announced Terry from Fatal Fury, King of Fighters. He's going to be coming into, or joining Smash Bros. Ultimate. And they also said that more DLC fighters will be coming after the next one. So that's cool, after the 5th one, so there'll be another season, I guess. Which I kind of suspected they were going to be doing, because I think Mortal Kombat 11 is doing that. They've been taking longer on the DLC, and I think releasing more characters than they had before. So that's interesting. I looked it up, and I looked it up about games that were removed from the PlayStation 4 store, or the PlayStation Store on PS4, and it said that Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, it's basically confirmed that they were removed, and I think Deadpool, the Deadpool PS4 or whatever Deadpool game was also removed, unfortunately. I think this isn't a Marvel thing. I think it has something to do with Activision, because I think Activision had the rights to both games. I hate that Overwatch is going to be on the Switch, because I hate Overwatch. Yeah, you've told me before. And they also showed off some new footage for New Horizons, Animal Crossing New Horizons. So that's cool, I guess.
Bad news.
There hasn't been much else news, really. That sucks. I just got Ultimate Alliance on PC. When I looked on Amazon, apparently you can still get the digital bundle code for $60 on PS4, so I guess if you get the code, I guess if you put the code in, I would take a guess and say that the code would work, but other than that, you can't officially get the game on PS4 anymore. Which really stinks too, because it wasn't that long ago when they did, it was, I think, in 2016 or 2017 when they did the remaster, so they didn't even really keep the remaster on there long. Only 2 years is how long it was on there for. And you and that's the thing. Another thing that sucks about it is they never even did a physical copy of Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 on PS4. Those got removed. Marvel Heroes got removed, but that was kind of a given because the game shut down. There was some other stuff, but apparently they, in a slight thing of news I found out earlier, they got a showrunner from Mad Men, and he's going to be doing the Hawkeye series. I plan on modding my Ultimate Alliance game. Yeah, I don't blame you, because I mean that way then you can add more characters and stuff and whatnot. So that's cool. The Steven Universe movie was okay at best. Yeah, I liked the new villain. I liked her backstory, but the show has a problem. They redeemed too many of their villains. Like, it was cool when they did that for Paradox. But Lapis was this whole big misunderstanding thing of what happened. But other than that, I mean, they shouldn't have gone and just redeemed another villain. I figured if the movie was going to do anything, it would have it be like, give development to Steven that he can't save everyone. He's had this kick where he just thinks he can save everyone, and life isn't like that. I figured with the time jump, because he's 16 now, it would be a much needed lesson for him to go through. But they didn't do that, so I don't know why. I kind of hate Pink Diamond now. I've never liked her ever since the reveal. She was selfish. I mean, there was already crap. There was something she did before. And it did a lot of shit. But I don't know. Because all this crap, and it's just, I don't know. But the thing is that I liked the backstory, but I didn't like the ending, because the whole thing was just because I figured if anything they would have the villain would like get shattered or something, or the villain would take off in the end. But instead they pulled another redemption story.
Ah, my distinguished guest.
That's not what
I've been expecting you.
Like, it was already a stretch that he got the diamonds to stop fighting, and then he got another villain. And it's like, is this how it's going to be with every villain? You're going to redeem them at the end?
I can't afford to make any more mistakes.
Bow before your new master.
I was really hoping, to go back on Facebook, I was really hoping the only anime shows I'm into currently is DuckTales, The Amazing World of Gumball. I've heard mixed stuff about the universe. The Steven Universe is okay.
You are no match.
It's okay, it's just
You dare defy me?
I've really liked it. It looks, looks really nice. It has great music, and I mean, I like the characters and stuff. It's just,
This is not right.
I just didn't like what the movie did. With stuff. Not to mention, I even pointed out that the film was basically an extended episode. If you cut out, they did the whole, the rest of the gems lose their memory and they have to just like do stuff to get them back to normal. And I'm like, if this wasn't in the film, I'd say the film would be maybe 30, 40 minutes. It'd basically be like the Bismuth 100th episode that was only 20 minutes. There's one trope I truly hate. It's the call the awful friends trope, where one friend who is nice, but the other friend is mean, I guess. But the film, if they cut out the memory, get their memory back subplot, and it had just been about Steven and the new villain Spinel, if it had just been just about that, the film probably would have only been maybe 30, 40 minutes. The other friend is horrible to them and treats them like crap. Oh, okay.
Join me willingly while I allow it.
You dare defy me? Bow before.
Now I know there has to be more to this level, because I just started this level. And I know, because I haven't come across the other mini-kits.
The collective mind of the presence is no match for Mjolnir.
I didn't much care for being...
What was I saying? Let me talk about Steven. We mentioned that. We mentioned... I guess it was fun, something else to talk about. I mean, overall, the movie was okay. It just felt bloated. As for current stuff I am watching right now, I just started because they put it on Netflix the other day. Servers Force Evil was god-awful, would you know that? Yeah, but the show's dead, the show's not coming back, so I mean, you don't have to keep going on about how awful it was, because it's done with. It had the shitty ending we all knew it was gonna have, and it's just, let's just let it be over, please. As for shows, okay, so there was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. they just put on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6 they just put on Netflix. I've been watching through Season 6 of that. I'm debating I'm going to have to hurry my ass up with it because the new season I think is premiering next month. I'm going to have to decide if I'm watching Season 6 and 7. I'd have to binge watch them. Season 6 and 7 of Arrow, which I really don't want to get back into because I hate Felicity. But I don't know. I also started up Inuyasha, but I haven't watched it lately. Kill la Kill was another one that I've watched a little of so far. And I watched it a couple years ago when I had cable. What else was there? I watched it. There was this Fox show called Sleepy Hollow, but I'm probably not gonna watch much more of that. And Lucifer was one I've been recommended by. Was one that was recommended to me by a few friends. What button am I supposed to press? There we go. The stupid icons there, I can't even... Wait. There we go. Damn it. Come on. Square, circle, square, circle, X. There we go. There wasn't, as I said, there wasn't really much with the Nintendo Direct. They also revealed Banjo-Kazooie is out now on Smash Brothers.
Bad news. Being an
Who
evil
knows?
henchman,
Maybe she's dead.
kind of against the law.
That was dark. Who are you referring to there, Cyan? Star or Felicity? As far as I know, they wrote Felicity out. Star, I give zero shits about what's going on with her. My best guess is, like, because I was saying the actresses, because the thing, CW low-key kind of, even though I don't really care, because, I mean, the actress by this point would be known enough to be on other shows now. She has the rep now. She has, you know, a bigger status now because she was on Arrow. But CW kind of screwed some of them over because for the longest time during season 7, because season 7 was supposed to be to wrap up her contract, like season 7. Because she had believed season 7 was, I think I messed up on that. Yes, I did. I'm about to go back. Season 7, for some of them thought for the longest time that season 7 was the ending. They didn't know that they were getting renewed for a season 8. Even though the plot kind of seemed like it was gonna, like, go for one more year with the last crossover. I don't know why they started thinking that it was over with.
Time to swing into action.
I don't know why they were thinking it was going to be over with when you got Crisis next year. FCW, yeah. But anyway, so according to some of the Arrowverse actors, they said that they didn't know if the show was being renewed or not for an 8th season, so that's why her actress, or Felicity, the Emily Bett Rickards is her name, she said that, I think she was wrapping up her contract with season 7, that she wouldn't be on the show because as far as she knew, it was over with. But then CW went and they announced that it was renewed for a final season of 10 episodes, which is actually very interesting because it means the Arrow series finale will be after it will take place. I don't know how to get this damn... So one of the things I hate about this game is that it go and... Do I need Iron Man to get it? Or what? Some of the stuff I can't get no matter what I do. So anyways, no, it's not even finished. Screw that. It makes it clever because it means that the episode of Arrow right after the crossover will be the series finale. Use a loop. I don't know what he would really do, really. Could try, but... Oh, I had to jump in it. It looked like it was a surface. It looked like it was a surface I needed to break. Whatever. So that's clever. I guess. Personally, this is the one rare case where I'm kind of glad that they screwed, or glad that they didn't say anything to the actors, because this means, at least for this final season of the show, Felicity can't be there to fuck things up, because she's not a lead anymore. If anything, she'll probably be maybe, at most, a guest star. I'm really hoping it's as few roles, like few episodes as possible. Because I swear, even the crossover last year, I even tried. I didn't watch any of the Arrowverse shit last year except for the Elseworlds crossover. That was the only thing I watched last year from that. And even then, that was when it was him and Barry and Ollie switch minds or something. I don't even really know. But it was this lazy way of, like, to have Barry Allen wearing the Green Arrow costume and Green Arrow, or Stephen Amell wearing the Flash costume and Grant Gustin wearing the Green Arrow costume. They even did something kind of cute when they did the intro for, I think, the Arrow episode they had, where it was Grant acting out the "My name is Oliver Queen" thing that they do at the beginning of the episode. But it's like they switch, and it's like you could understand why Oliver didn't want to tell her about this, because it was so fucking weird. It was so weird. But then she finds out, because I think Diggle or one of the other ones ended up telling her, and then she throws a bitch fit. She throws this little hissy fit because it's like, oh, you kept another secret from me. I'm like, good gosh, woman. It's like, good gosh, girl. It's like, what, every time, even if it's if it's a normal secret, like if he's planning a birthday party for you, you're gonna throw a bitch fit because he kept a secret from you. It's like, people started hating the bitch after the whole thing, because he just found out he had a son. He just found out he had a son, and then he had to go and tell, like, she ended up finding out and not even understanding. So it's like, if she's not in season 8, even if season 8's only 10 episodes, then good, they finally did something right for once. Costumes in Arrowverse are getting worse as they went along. I don't really disagree there, yeah. I heard something, and I'm glad it ended up, there was something that was apparently mentioned recently, that they were going to have, they originally planned, and then someone thankfully stepped in and said, no, don't do this, because it's fucking stupid. Somebody went, I think I heard it on Twitter, I think Discussing Film, which is a news site or something. They said something that there was something originally planned that there was going to be a love triangle between Oliver, Felicity, and Roy. But thankfully somebody stepped in. Somebody stepped in and said, no, don't do this. I'll say this, they should have gotten a freaking raise for it. For not going with that, because that's stupid. That's really stupid. But thankfully they didn't do that. I guess they figured, maybe the rest of them figured, like, hey, she needs to be with Oliver. Honestly, based on how season 3 turned out, she was already a hoe. She was already a hoe. She was with Ray, and then she couldn't figure out who the hell she wanted to be with. Like, goes sleeps with Ray, and then it's like, I don't know if I might still want to be with Oliver. So she leaves him, goes to Nanda Parbat, and then sleeps with Oliver. It's like, what? Like, girl. And I guess maybe that was the real reason why she got mad. Maybe that was the real reason why she got mad, or had fuck all to do with keeping secrets. I guess she was pissed that he didn't tell her because she was probably getting thirsty and would have ended up technically sleeping with Barry. Who knows? Why am I even going on about damn Arrowverse? I only said about, I was only supposed to be talking about Season 8. I really hate, like, all of the good superhero TV stuff is either ending or gets canceled, but the Arrowverse stuff is still going.
I am uncertain of how to use this.
Alright, let's see what character are you? Is that Taskmaster? No, it's Black Cat. Okay. Wonder what she's doing underwater, though.
Skills as the living weapon may be needed here.
I'm done talking about Arrowverse, so if anybody's got any questions or anything, feel free to ask. Birds of Prey teaser trailer came out, honestly, and it wasn't good. Honestly, they should have just called the movie Harley Quinn, because she was all... Well, let's wait for the full trailer. The first teaser trailer they had, you got to see more of Hunterson, Black Widow, and they did have some screen time in the teaser trailer that came out. So, I'm guessing they'll be saving a full trailer for New York Comic Con. I'm guessing. And then they'll probably have premieres of all the Arrowverse shit. They might also announce what the 2020 Arrowverse show will be. Bye. Okay, see you later, Cyan. Talk to you later.
Can't wait. Let's go. Collection I've got going.
What are you doing? Get Get out of here, you insignificant worms!
What am I supposed to do? It won't let me. Am I supposed to get a blaster or something? It won't let me hit him. There we go.
What is the meaning of this?
Guess I always
You haven't seen the last of me.
thought I could spam it, take him down. Alright. Man, I wish Namor was in this. It'd be faster to get through this area. Hello. I'm supposed to do this. Okay.
What you're doing! Atuma commands you! What is the meaning of this? Peasants! This is an outrage!
dish out a little justice of my own. Sensational? Yes, but not quite sensational enough in this case.
Excelsior!
So, Hank, we all good to go for our new science project?
Yep, I've taken everything up to the roof. Well, with a little help from the Hulk. Now, we just need to put it all together.
Be careful up there, you two. The last thing we need is someone falling off the roof and ending up in a cast again.
Aw, you came to see your best pal in the whole world, Gwenpool. They're all so good. You can't just buy one. Probably wondering how I got here, huh? Or if you've read any of my comics, you probably know not to bother asking questions at this point.
I'd been keeping tabs on Venom and Carnage for a while now, trying to stop them from causing trouble. After all, the last thing I need is people on a witch hunt for anyone with the symbiote. But I lost track of them. Last I heard... Thanks! I've tried asking around once, but maybe you'll have more luck. Try asking the locals if they've seen anything suspicious. And gooey. Suspicious and gooey.
They told me that being a receptionist would be just taking phone calls and doing my nails all day. Nobody said nothing about signing in no symbiotes. And 2 of them, too.
Not much. You didn't miss much. So I figured out, I'm trying again to get Agent Venom, Flash Thompson, so figured out, and it said it on the thing last time, that there's little, you can easily miss them though, little tiny things on the map that show where the people are at, because we're supposed to look around, ask the locals for stuff to help find the symbiote, whatever, to complete the side quest. I didn't know they would be this hard to see on the map, but at least I can get them now, so that's what we're going to try to do. I tried completing the level 2, but the stupid thing, I pressed a switch, but I guess the thing was glitched or something, and it wouldn't let me complete the level. I tried everything, so I just quit. So, and I unlocked stud ×2 so I could get the in-game money, in-game currency faster. Alright, so it's right there. Okay, so I just have to... No, it's not you. Okay. No, not you. Let me see. I think that's the one I did. There we go.
I did indeed see a creature, black as night, with razor-sharp fangs, and as big as the city itself. But that's nothing new. Big Rock Panther is always there watching over us, snarling at us, I guess.
Okay. So that's 2. I really hate how they kind of did the hub world in this, because it gets crazy trying to find everything. I kind of like the hub world more in the first Lego Marvel Superheroes, and especially Lego Batman 2. Have you thought about using Marvel or DC mods for GTA 5? It's somewhat like this in terms of free roaming. I don't have Grand Theft. I don't have any of the Grand Theft Auto games, and it's not really. I mean, I'm fine with most games. It's just like Grand Theft Auto and. Is it you? Okay. No, okay.
Detected a crime
Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty, I don't really play those. I don't really have much of an interest in playing those. I got nothing against people who do play those. Oh, okay, well, I've seen some mod videos, though. I saw one that was a cool Nightcrawler one, and I did like that. So, I mean, I got nothing personally against them, I just don't really play those.
Apparently, there's some shady kidnapping practice going on in the maintenance tunnels.
Oh, and I didn't even notice on the bottom right corner, you can see the map right there.
If you've got business at Oscorp, you're out of luck. There's nobody on the reception desk. Ooh, might have been the guy who came running out when I got here. Come to think of it, it did kind of look like he'd had a scare.
I did hear about, like, some funny Easter eggs in Grand Theft Auto. Like the one that's, Liberty City in one of them, and there's this giant beating heart,
This is a public safety alert.
which I thought was funny.
5 reported incident reports in the local area due to cybernet overuse.
I'm not really Call of Duty guy myself, although that zombie mode is pretty tempting, yeah. If it was like fighting zombies, that's fine with me. I love, while I haven't played many of them, I love the Resident Evil franchise. 4 is my favorite out of all of them, and I'm hoping one day, maybe for Christmas or something, I'd get the Resident Evil 2 remake. Because I didn't really like... I've played, I attempted to play the Code Veronica, Code Veronica X, I think is what it's called. I attempted to play that on, because I have it on PS2.
If it's a horrific sludge monster you're looking
I didn't really
for,
like the controls
I know
on
where you
that.
can find one. My house, because my
But,
mother-in-law is visiting.
I do like that the Resident Evil 2 remake is kind of like, the Resident Evil 2 remake kind of reminds me of, Resident Evil 4, gameplay-wise. Have you played Dead Rising? I think I've heard of that. I haven't played it. I want to get into more zombie, especially more horror games, because I never really liked the horror genre before, but I'm kind of getting more into that. Because I've seen all the Scream movies. I really want to see the Halloween movies, because the only one I've seen was H2O. But Dead Rising, that would be interesting.
Did you find anything out?
That might be interesting to play. Let me see.
So this guy had a run-in with symbiotes at his receptionist job. Just need to piece that together with the location.
Okay. That's question 1.
Find anything else out? A panic at Oscorp, huh? There could be something to that, if we knew what spooked the guy. So 2 symbiotes crashed the Oscorp building, huh? There's no doubt about it. It's gotta be Venom and Carnage. Which probably means that they went looking for a cure, maybe. Can't think why else they'd go there. Of course, there's one way to be sure. But anyway, thanks. You were a huge help.
Yay! I got them unlocked. I just need to get the amount of studs to unlock them. But yeah, I got another character.
Hey, you didn't think you could be that helpful and not unlock a new Gwenpool mission, did you?
Hello.
Go check out that bad boy.
Damn, I didn't even know I got that unlocked. I could get those unlocked. I mean, I've kind of suspected something, but wow. It's a zombie series, but it's more campy than horror. Also, the Resident Evil 2 remake's pretty good. I played it a little bit. I'm planning on playing it on my channel. That's cool. That's cool. Check the map now. Another one that I played, I mean, I know it's still Resident Evil. I played because it's free on the PlayStation Store. I played the first episode of the Resident Evil Revelations 2. You can get the first episode for free, and then I think you get the other episodes for I think $19.99. You get like the season pass or whatever. There's so much, like there's so many areas, and it just gets so crazy trying to figure out what to do, like what to do first. What area do you get first, you know? And some of these are still, some of these like puzzles and stuff are still locked, so I guess you have to finish the game. In fact, I've been playing Dead Rising on my channel. Cool. If you have any videos up, I heard the Revelation games were good. Yeah. Some have said, like, because many have said that, like, 5 was mixed, 6 I've heard was terrible, but I kind of like the, multiple stories, like, intertwining and stuff. I like that about it. But, they said that during that point, they said Revelations 1 and 2 were considered the best, you know, during that point with Resident Evil games. Let me see. There isn't a lot in Xandar that I could get, and there isn't much locked either, so I guess I can clear some stuff off here first, so we'll do that. Let me see, we'll do this puzzle. And I liked that 7 did things differently, Resident Evil 7, because there wasn't really any zombies in that, it was just more... Also, what were you going to ask me? I don't know. I was just, I mentioned that I might check out your, like, Dead Rising playthrough on your channel. See gameplay of that. I don't know if I had anything I was going to ask you. I'm not even sure if this is a me forgetting something thing. It might just be, I don't know if... I don't know. I don't think I had anything I was gonna ask you. I don't know. Unless it was something from a past stream that I mentioned and I probably forgot about.
I can't use this?
Oh. Weird, I'm trying to see here what I'm supposed to... I don't see the portal I'm supposed to use.
Must remember to buy cake.
There's supposed to be a portal that I'm supposed to use. I'm supposed to use to get in there. I feel like regarding some of these, some of these challenges, I think I'd have to watch like a video walkthrough.
Hey there.
Just to see how to get the damn thing finished. Let me see. That is. But I've been interested in certain other horror games, you know, nothing too scary, but you know, just enough. I think there's another one. I don't think it's called Mirror's. I don't think it's called Mirror's Edge. It's another one. I think Spirit Camera. That was another one I thought was interesting.
This is quite the conundrum. I don't want to go to work today. It's so nice out. Maybe I should just.
Where you play as
go on a trip.
this teenage girl, and she has a camera, and it can capture spirits, I think. That sounds interesting, if you ask me. Alright, there it is.
I'd say Xandar.
One thing I'm patiently waiting for, I'm waiting for them to release, while they got people waiting for an announcement of a new game or something. I'm waiting for them to port. I'm trying to install Man of Medan, but I don't have the space. Oh, that sucks. While I haven't played it, I've seen walkthroughs, or at least a walkthrough of Until Dawn, and I'd love to play that one. That'd be a fun one to play for Halloween. But I'm waiting patiently for
I have need of your services.
A port of a PS4 port of Arkham Origins.
Subjugated under Kang's rule and launched an attack against his forces. But we were no match for him, and each of our remote-controlled drones was shot down.
But because that's the thing, I don't even know what the hell's going on with DC video games right now. I figured they would have had some more stuff announced after Lego DC Supervillains. There's been nothing. Because as far as I know, as far as I know, the DC Mortal Kombat or NetherRealm thing, as far as I know, that partnership is still doing alright. Because they just announced Joker's gonna be a guest DLC fighter in MK11, Mortal Kombat 11.
A wise decision.
But I don't know what the fuck is going on with Rocksteady.
We are still receiving
I wish they'd port Until Dawn to PC. I thought it was on DC.
To pinpoint their locations.
Arkham Origins isn't ported yet. It's not like, yeah, it's not digital on PS4. It's not on like as a disc on PS4. I don't know why they're waiting this long. Everything else, like, you can play
I'd say Xandar's actually looking pretty good.
Asylum, City, and Night on PS4, but not Origins, which is weird. What was I supposed to do?
Do not think to steal the technology for yourself.
I guess I'm supposed to
We
go
may
this
have
way.
suffered a defeat, but I still advise against defying the sovereign.
But, like I said, I don't know. What sucks is Joker's released next year instead of October when the movie comes out. Yeah, that would have been interesting to see release at the same time as that.
I hope some brave gardener. Nova Corps is always happy to help a noble cause.
I'm going to assume I'm supposed to go this way. Unless it's taking me back onto the main quest, main plot. Which I think is what it's doing. God damn it. As I said, I have no idea what the fuck's going on with Rocksteady because I keep hearing something that there's going to be another game announced soon, but then reports have come in saying that that I don't know if it was Rocksteady or WB Games, but there was stuff that a Arkham Knight sequel / reboot that was planned, and it was going to focus on, it was going to be 10 years after Arkham Knight while also somehow being a reboot. That was planned. There was something about a Superman game and a Suicide Squad game, and apparently apparently something came in, I think a week or so ago, that both or all three games were canceled, which sucks. So I don't know what they're doing. They had a pattern for a while. They'd have a Lego game. You know, they'd have a Lego game, they'd have an Injustice game, and usually an Arkham, like an Arkham game. So they always had a pattern, but now they're not even really following up with that. I don't see Injustice 3 coming out until
This is quite the conundrum.
maybe another year or two. They want to give a nice gap between Injustice 2 and 3. So let me see. Open map. I'm just gonna go back. We need a good Superman game. I agree. We need one already. Especially after his lackluster 80th anniversary. So I really hated that. Like the only monumental things he got last year, I think last year was his 80th anniversary. The only monumental things he got last year was Action Comics 1000 and Death of Superman. Everything else was shit. Like, because I think Bendis took over the Superman ongoing, which ended up being awful. I think Superman appeared in the Elseworlds crossover last year, but that was mixed. Like, it could have been good, but they went into politics. Went into BS politics, like, because this was on Supergirl, obviously, like, it brought up the gender wage gap, or whatever. And then, I think the villain took, I don't know if he took control of Superman, or if he altered something to be like I don't even know. But it's like, they should have at least announced a Superman game last year. I understand, like, not coming out with one right now, but an announcement would have been great. One thing I always find weird about this game has Electra Noir, but apparently doesn't have Electra, which is weird. And I don't even know if you can get like custom parts to make an Electra custom here. Also, did you see that meme that the Mortal Kombat 11 Joker looks like the browser's porn parody of Joker? Yeah, I saw that.
Kang also claims to have transported Manhattan to his personal battle arena called Chronopolis.
I mean, we don't know yet if, to be fair, I mean, I'm not shilling for NetherRealm or whatever, but I mean, Joker doesn't come out till like fucking next year, so I mean, maybe they might fix it. Maybe they might make it look better. They still got, he hasn't come out till what, January? So that's still another 4 or so months, 4 or 5 months. So I mean, but I mean, if it's maybe it'll work out. I don't know. I remember MK11 already got controversy. They said that one of the character endings was woke or something, and I'm like, I don't know. Nowadays, it seems whenever there's something people don't like, they say it's woke. I mean, I can kind of get some of the stuff behind it, but it seems like I already dealt with shit like bullshit from people saying this is woke, that's woke, when it's not really woke.
My training in Kunlun didn't prepare me for this.
And it gets crazy. I feel like if I ever get a Mortal Kombat game, I haven't played any of the main games. I have played Injustice though, but not any of the Mortal Kombats as of yet. I feel like if I do ever get one, that was Jax. He literally said, "I'm not going to wait for the rest of the world. I'm not going to wait for the rest of the world to get woke." Yeah. I feel like if I ever get one of the Mortal Kombat games, I'll probably get XL that has all of the DLC characters and stuff, because that one overall had positive reception and stuff. I think I can't remember if I don't think it was Michael Myers. I think it was Jason Voorhees, I think, was a guest character in that one. It was either Michael Myers or it was Jason Voorhees. I think it was Jason. Maybe it was both. I don't even know. Well, the nice thing is, with them confirming what was it? They confirmed Terminator and they confirmed Spawn as guest characters. The whole thing reminds me of there was a poll Ed Boon did. I think I mentioned this before. There was a poll he did. I think it was right around when it was either Injustice 1 or it was Injustice 2. He did a poll about which guest character would you like in the game, and the 4 options, it was a Twitter poll, the 4 options, he actually changed the world or part of it into Wakanda, sort of. That was Jason. Yeah, I thought so. So the 4 choices were Hellboy, Terminator, Spawn, and Buffy. I think Hellboy won the poll. But one thing I like, and this was kind of the case with past polls as well, was that eventually the runners-up will end up being in the game too. So, and that's kind of becoming the case now because Hellboy was DLC in Injustice 2, Spawn and Terminator in Mortal Kombat 11.
I thought I was never gonna get paid.
Okay, so I already got right off the bat. I got the unlockable character. Okay. Spawn and Terminator are now going to be in Mortal Kombat 11. So my best guess is Buffy will probably be in, and I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Buffy will be in probably Injustice 3. Whatever happened to Ash Williams from Evil Dead? Isn't he included? Was he in one of those polls? I heard something, there was a leak that there was something that was a leak, but the voice, or the actor who plays Ash, he confirmed that he didn't do any, like, what, I mean, he said he'd, like, I think he said something that right now they're trying to do a Evil Dead video game, and he's gonna be, he said while he retired from physical acting for the character, he said he would still be down with doing voice acting. So, they said something that they are recording lines and doing stuff for an Evil Dead video game. So they're doing an Evil Dead video game, but I don't think they are doing DLC for any of the fighting games, although he would be really awesome. And that'd be cool. Dave Stanley, I need to find him first. I need to find him first.
Such a valuable item. I must protect it at all costs.
Let me get Doctor Strange. Another Evil Dead game? That's cool. What, there was an Evil Dead game before that? Before this new one coming? Oh yeah, there was one. I remember. I think there was one. It took place between two of the movies, I believe. Where are you? Oh, I think that's him right there.
Very strange.
For PlayStation 1, that's what I figured,
How do I
yeah.
get myself in these crazy situations?
I watched somebody play that one. I don't know if it was you or... I remember seeing a playthrough of it, and I think... I remember somebody did a playthrough, and I remember watching part of it. I think you did that. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Another cameo. Gotta add this one to my list at home. Excelsior.
Oh. So we got two save stands. Needed Captain America for something. I'm trying to see. Wasn't me, I was going to, but I deleted the gameplay videos with obvious ROM footage. Oh, okay, it must have been somebody else. There we go, there's something everything with Captain America. And that's not the one. Oh, that's an achievement type thing. I think we need Hulk actually. We need somebody. Hearing Stan Lee's voice even when distressed in this game makes me happy, yeah. Reminder of happier times and stuff. I guess this is where we're supposed to go next. Let me see. Get Wiccan out for that. Is this where we're supposed to? Nope, it's just a mini kit. I already saved Stan Lee, and I got the unlockable character for this level, and a mini kit or two, so I don't even know, I might just go to the next one if this level's gonna be... Wait a minute. Ah, I think this is what we're... I'm waiting for someone to release this 3D model. Someone to release this 3D model from the Spider-Man PS4 game, yeah. That'd be cool. Makes you wonder, I don't know if he did motion capture for that game, that'd be crazy. I don't know if this unlocks the castle door, or if this does something else. I hope it unlocks the castle door. I imagine he did. Wow. Crazy. So I'm just gonna go to the next level. Save and exit. Good thing is I can save and exit the level, so all my stuff that I found will be saved. Or maybe not, it was a small part. You never know. And I got two lasers for that, so getting the studs. So that was helped out. See who the character.
Excelsior!
Excelsior. Okay. Let's see who the character I got unlocked in this level was. Black Knight Dane Whitman. Okay. That's cool. I guess it's a different Black Knight than the Eternals Black Knight. And I only know about that there's a Black Knight in the Eternals because of the news of the Game of Thrones actor playing him in the MCU. Okay, how much does...
Hank, We all good to go for our new science project?
How much is
Be
Agent
careful up
Venom
there,
cost?
you two. The last thing we need is someone falling off the roof and ending up in a cast again.
200. Is it? Yeah, 250. So I almost have enough to get him unlocked. Could get Black Cat unlocked now if I wanted to. I guess we'll go. Let's see. Do level 4, I guess, or replay level 4, or attempt to replay level 4. Let's see. So right there, already right there, I got most of it. And I didn't even have to do that much. I didn't even have to go in the damn castle, and I got most of it. Okay. Oh, it says I got the character of that level. Okay. I kind of just want to play these just to get the unlockable character of the level unlocked. So we'll do level 5. We'll replay level 5. I hope things go through okay with Rocksteady, because it's like Marvel's finally getting back into the console video game. So it's like they need to. That'd actually be kind of sad that DC has nothing really planned with games for the next few years. Hello, Natsuki. You're new. Hello. Welcome to my channel. Feel free to subscribe and like, or just watch, join in, you know, that type of stuff. But welcome again to my channel. So I wouldn't mind modding Ultima Alliance characters to look like their MCU counterparts. That's fine, I guess. Or that you could have them be alternate skins, maybe.
More bad guys? Ugh, they're really starting to bug me.
I kind of appreciated that Ultima Alliance is just comic book MCU.
Not really
I
sure
like
what
that
to do
about
with
it. Because at least I'd have the option to make them their classic comic selves. Their newer games don't give you that option, yeah. Literally, the Lego games, that's what's really sad. Literally, the Lego games are the only ones where they could look like their comic versions.
There you are. I've been expecting you.
Personally, I wouldn't mind it if, like, if for a mod in Ultima Alliance 1, like, if you could keep the suits for Daredevil, but, like, another option is you can add,
I can't afford to make any more mistakes.
you could add, like, his Netflix outfit and his Shadowland outfit. Because Shadowland, I know, came out in 2010. And, Ultima Alliance 1 was 2006, I believe. Funnily enough, an alternate outfit in Ultima Alliance 3, well, it's like alternate, it's a color palette swap, because there aren't a lot of alternate outfits in the game right now yet, in Ultima Alliance 3, but his color swap that he has is basically his Shadowland outfit, which I liked. I thought that was really cool. Amelia Netflix costume
Occasionally cool stuff like this.
and the show were fantastic. Yeah, they were. I loved season 3. I loved all of Daredevil. I loved it so much that, and I loved the character so much that it got me into reading the current ongoing right now. Anybody kind of upset Spider-Man is in the MCU anymore? Well, I haven't really been. I mean, no offense if you liked Spider-Man in the MCU. I never really liked the MCU version. So I mean, if Sony like has their ducks in a row. If Sony has their ducks in a row, I mean, based on how with Venom and Into Spider-Verse, it seems that maybe they've gotten their shit together now. I'm fine with Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I never really had a problem with him as Spider-Man. I just never liked the whole... They paired him up with Iron Man way too much. And I think they only did that because the claim was that Sony had still the rights to the majority of the supporting characters.
I wonder if there is
So that was why MCU went and like they did all this MCU crossover stuff. And they had, they did this this mixed, I'll just say mixed stuff with, Iron Man and him. I'm excited for the Black Widow movie. That's cool. I hope it'll be good, because there was stuff I heard about with the writer and all this other stuff, and it's like, I just hope. I'm hoping, honestly, I wish it had come out sooner, but at least people are getting it. I don't think Doctor Strange... Oh, he can, okay. I mean, I thought I was gonna have to get out Loki. One thing I'd love it if they'd bring back Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but I'm afraid they just ruin it. They'd bring in all the new characters people don't like, or people were mixed on. I mean, I've heard people say that there's things about Kate Bishop that they like, but I'll get to that in a minute. My problem with Ultimate Alliance 3 alternate costumes is that they're mostly palette swapped. I liked that as alternate Thor in Ultimate Alliance when I could play Beta Ray Bill. Yeah, that's really... Yeah, that was really cool. Well, they're bringing in alternate outfits now, and they're free, so I mean, that's nice that they aren't shortchanging people. They added Symbiote Spider-Man, Miss Marvel outfit for Captain Marvel, and World War Hulk outfit for Hulk. So if they're gonna do that, you just have to unlock, there's once you get them added in the game, I think you have to unlock them, which is interesting. If Daredevil could get, that'd be really cool if Daredevil could get, I don't know if they'll do, do his, Netflix outfit, because it seems that with this game they want to avoid MCU connections, which is nice. It's refreshing for once that they're just gonna be. It's just gonna be comic book inspired stuff instead of resorting to movies.
Gosh, now this is what I call a nice find.
They'd MCUify Earth's Mightiest Heroes these days, like they're doing with the current animations. Yeah. Well, and if not, they'd just go and they'd bring in all the new characters that people don't like, and that's what I was trying to get with what I was saying about with Kate Bishop. I've heard some people say that they like that the character's genuinely good and that it wasn't like current day Marvel, like SJW woke whatever. But I mean, I'm trying, but it's like, because I read an issue of issue 2 of this current Death's Head miniseries right now, and I read the second issue, and Kate's in it, and it's like, she says she's Hawkeye, and then the robot says, incorrect, Hawkeye is, but before he can finish, she goes with her crossbow and shoots Death's Head in the knee, and I'm like, sociopath much? It's like, it seems like the only things about her character is that either she sleeps around or she goes and she brings up all this crap about how she can only be Hawkeye. And I'm like, there's not much, like people say that they like her and oh she's cool and stuff, but I'm like, Clinton Barton was never a character who, like, when he was introduced, he never slept around or said that he was the only Hawkeye. Like, it's like he never had to go through, like, he never had that be his only characteristic. Why did they have to go and do this shit with Kate? A lot of current Marvel characters are insane, especially Ironheart. Yeah, I heard they've been finally working that character shit out. Like, her solo is supposedly decent, but I mean, given that it's still getting low sales regardless, I don't see it lasting past 16 issues. Correction, especially Carol Danvers. Yeah, they said in the comics this November she's turning evil. I'm guessing since there aren't any plans, my best guess is since there aren't any plans for Carol in the next few years, there's no, like, there won't be any Captain Marvel 2 at least until 2022, so I guess they figured, and it fits with the plot because he was batshit in Civil War 2, that they figured that we don't, like, there's nothing planned in the MCU with Carol, nothing major at least, so we can just do whatever the hell we want in the comics. Kind of like what they had been doing with Guardians of the Galaxy, because Guardians Volume 3 isn't a thing right now, so they're kind of tried going back to doing comic book Guardians, mostly, for the most part. But what I'm saying is with Hawkeye, it's just, and then I remember I read there was a Jessica Jones. She was already evil in Civil War 2. This is just not treating her like a hero. Yeah, well, nobody ever expected that, like, I mean, that Marvel would actually go and do this. That's what the crazy thing is. No one actually expected that Marvel would actually go, because they wanted her to be their Yes Queen. They wanted it to be like that was going to be their big female hero. It hasn't worked out. They've just been making her evil.
You can never have too much of whatever the heck this is.
But like, and then I read a Jessica Jones. I got it for free through Marvel Insider because it was a reward. It was Jessica Jones. It was a new trade that they were doing. It was a digital exclusive type deal, and it was something called Blind Spot. And then Kate Bishop cameoed in an issue, and she was just like all of her captions, like everything, like it was just a brief 1 or 2 panel thing, because Jessica was calling around because Elsa Bloodstone had gone missing, I think, or there was something that she had been quote unquote killed, but then came back. And she was trying to find who was murdering, who had tried killing both Jessica and Elsa. But then they came back because comics. And then they showed Kate, and she was like talking all rapid, like, "Oh, I can't believe you did this. I'm so like, oh, I can't believe you'd call me. It's so cool to get to talk to you." And she like said it all in one word. I'm like, I feel like, and that's the thing, Kelly Thompson, I've heard, and she does some decent stuff. The Jessica trade I read was alright, and she did good on Mr. and Mrs. X. I also, however, I heard that she also wrote the Kate Bishop Hawkeye shit. And according to Kelly Thompson, from what I heard, she considers Kate to be the best Hawkeye. So, and it's supposed to be that's also her favorite and all this other crap. I feel like she purposely made the character annoying in that just to piss people off, just to piss off the people who don't like, who hate Kate Bishop. I don't know why. If anything, it would just, overall, it would just mean the character would get more haters. I already don't like her, even if she's an older character, because it's like, they could do more than just a character who sleeps around and is like, I'm the best Hawkeye, I'm the only Hawkeye, I'm the best Hawkeye, and screw you if you say different. Like, I will go and hurt you with a crossbow if you say otherwise. But just, this is crazy. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this rocket. Oh, I'm sure with the rocket. Ruining characters out of spite is why Marvel Comics is failing. Yeah. I don't even know if, like, there was older stuff with Kate where she was actually a decent character. I've heard that most of her entire history has been, like saying stuff like, I'm the better Hawkeye, I'm the best Hawkeye. Or her sleeping around, which that isn't full on a problem, but I mean, is there more to this character than just her being her being a whore and saying she's the best, like she's the best at everything? Or saying she's the best, like the better Hawkeye, and oh, you're... Admittedly, I don't think I've ever seen her say, like, you're sexist if you say otherwise, if you say that I'm not the best Hawkeye, or whatever. I don't know anymore. Like, I thought she was interesting at one point, but it's like, if that's all they intend on doing with the character, then they can screw off, because Clint's the best. Clint's the more interesting of the two. I mean, there was a point where I didn't even care for Hawkeye at all, because I mean, after some of the stuff with the actor, but then again, that was all. I'm over all that now. The actor's alright in my book. But I watched Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and I liked Hawkeye on that, so. And that's why I even recently got a trade that had a couple, like a mini series or two with the characters.
Boy, I could use a superhero right now.
But I feel like if they brought back Earth's Mightiest Heroes, they'd ruin it somehow. Yeah, they'd go and they'd try like doing shit like FemThor, because they do have, Jane Foster has appeared in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but she's a paramedic.
I'm all over this game. At what point do I stop being a cameo and start being a star? Excelsior!
But I feel like, because that would already be a retcon right there, because from what I've seen Jane in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, she doesn't even have an interest in being a superhero, so, or being Thor. So if they did that, that would be, if they tried doing that, that would be on Marvel. That's why I'm worried about an X-Men animated series revival. If they did a new X-Men cartoon, then we'd be worried. However, I don't think there's been any new characters. You were always the star, Stan. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but anyways, if they did a new cartoon, they would have to do stuff like original stuff, because there's no MCU X-Men yet that they could just copy paste off of. I don't think they've introduced any, like, for a while they, according to what I heard, for a while they couldn't introduce new X-Men characters because of the whole Fox BS. Or introduce like new hero or villain X-Men characters.
I will eliminate you all.
So I haven't heard about any like trash characters other than like there hasn't been any that's been that bad, like Ironheart or Femdor or something. The only thing I don't like was in one of the books they've introduced that Wolverine apparently has another daughter, or that like they're doing some stupid fanfic shit thing where it's like, oh, he has another daughter, I think with blonde hair, I think is what I know, and that she's supposed to be better than her father at everything. And it's like, this is a recipe for disaster. Why the fuck are you doing this? Because it's like, he already had a daughter. He has X-23. You don't need to introduce. He has enough fucking kids. He has enough kids. He has 3 already in continuity. Currently in 616 continuity. He has X-23. He has Dakin. And they introduced his Ultimate Universe counterpart son, Jimmy Hudson. So she's Rey, basically. May as well be. It's like, he doesn't need, especially the fact he doesn't need another daughter, because he has X-23. But it's like, after the whole thing, because when they were bringing back Wolverine, it's like they need to hide the fact that they are, like, they need to hide it from the feminist whatever SJWs who don't even read the books, they need to hide the fact that, or at least show that they're not being sexist, because they demoted X-23 from being Wolverine back to being X-23, and then her, she had gotten a new solo, which was shit, but I think I also heard that it got canceled, I think. So, like, they need to hide the fact that they've kind of snubbed X-23, so it's like, let's make a new character that people are gonna automatically hate because she has no flaws and is perfect at everything. It's like, no.
You are starting to get on my nerves.
And I mean, I've read a little bit of All New Wolverine, which was X-23's Wolverine. It wasn't really that bad. It was interesting, because she even says in the first arc of the book, she didn't even know what she was really doing with the mantle. Like, it wasn't her just taking it from Wolverine, or taking it from Logan, taking it from her dad. Because she was coming to grips, like, the fact that he was, quote unquote, dead. So, I mean, she was just doing her own thing. She wasn't, like, taking it out from under his nose or anything like that. X-23 shouldn't have been Wolverine. She was already female Wolverine by default. She didn't need his costume or name. Well, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was kind of, I mean, to be honest, I don't really have anything against that, like, as an idea, to be honest. I mean, it was something different, but I don't know. I wouldn't say, to be honest, I wouldn't say it was as woke as like crap like Femme Thor or something. That's all. I guess she figured. I mean, honestly, of his 3 kids, I'm not even including the new bitch. I'm just gonna include his 3 kids. Or the new Mary Sue. I won't say bitch. I don't want somebody getting offended. The new Mary Sue. I'm not including her. Of his 3 kids, I would say that if there was anyone that would be worthy of keeping like that, I mean, I understand some people have the criticism, like, they want to have Wolverine not have his name continue on, like it was born with Logan, and he's the kind of character where it would die with him. At the same time, though, I figure, based on what I know about his 3 kids, that if there was anyone worthy of taking up the name, it would be Laura, because of the fact, and it's not because of some SJW woke bullshit, it's because of the fact that his son Daken is crazy. He even, I think, from what I know, he used the name, he actually stole, I think, an old Wolverine costume and took up Wolverine, took up the mantle of Wolverine, but that was more as a villain. But Daken's crazy, and his other son, Jimmy Hudson, from what little I've known and heard about him, he doesn't really have an interest in being Wolverine. So it's a mixed. I'm trying to get back in the damn thing. it's a mixed thing overall. I can get if people wanting it to die with him. But I also think that if anyone was worthy to continue the name, it would be her. So it's a thing. We can agree or disagree. It doesn't really matter to me that much. Honestly, like, I know Tevye Smoka, he really likes X-23 as Wolverine. I personally am. It doesn't matter to me either way. If she's X-23 again, that's fine with me.
Nice mess.
Greetings, friends.
Skip this. And I finally, after 2 hours of streaming, I actually finally finished a fucking level. I think or maybe I finished one earlier. I think I finished level 2 or 3. I don't even fucking know. We found Stan, and I don't know what the character unlocked was. It looked like Captain America. Oh no. Oh no. It's the Secret Empire one. It's the Nazi cap. It's the Hydra cap. Oh shit. They actually put him in the game. Oh my gosh. I can't believe they actually did that. I mean, it's not like happy shocked. I'm like, I can't believe they added him in the game.
Hank, we all good to go for our new science project?
Yep, I've taken everything up to the roof. Well, with a little help from the Hulk. Now, we just need to put it all together.
Be careful up there, you two. The last thing we need is someone falling off the roof and ending up in a cast again.
I can't believe they actually put him in the game. Okay, that's the thing. Alrighty. Let's see where he's. She didn't need his name, costume or name. I don't know if that's a glitch and it just posted that again, or if you posted that again. I don't know. And it's, oh, that's funny. They made it the cheap outfit. It's only 25,000 studs. That's sad. I thought I already got Agent Venom. I'll get him now then. Yay! I always thought Flash, like, as Agent Venom, I really liked that. I thought that was an interesting. I haven't read his book, but I thought that was interesting that they did that with him. They gave him some great development too. The outfit's really cool too. I like that. Okay, what do we got? It was a flub. I meant to say Hydra Cap was strange. Yeah. I think they're resolving that plot. I don't know. Some people were mad that, oh no, like, they'd be like, oh no, like, why couldn't they just forget about it? But I'm like, hey, at least they're addressing, like, and possibly resolving it. Like, they didn't even do that, like, after, it's been 2 years since Civil War II, and they've forgotten most of the shit that happened in Civil War II. Not even Civil War I had to deal with that. Civil War I had, and I got Moon Knight, because I unlocked him earlier. He's not still Hydra Cap. They did this shit with a cosmic cube, and they had something that apparently there's two Caps now. There's the good Cap, which some have said isn't the real Cap because it's a Cosmic Cube creation or something that had all of the good aspects left from Steve Rogers. And then there's the Hydra Cap, which last I heard he took off. And he's like out there somewhere in the Marvel Universe. I don't know. I don't keep up. I haven't kept up with any of that. But I heard that that whole plot, whatever's going on with that it's going to be, I think, resolved, or maybe it already has been resolved. I don't know.